Seeds are good for you. Natural, simple, healthy. They're full of fiber, loaded with vitamins and minerals. And for many years, that advice truly made sense. We were encouraged to sprinkle them on salads, mix them into yogurt, and add them to smoothies, believing we were supporting our health in the best possible way. But here's what almost no one tells you. After you reach your 60s, your body no longer responds the same way it once did. What used to help can begin working against you quietly, slowly, without obvious warning signs. Recent studies now show that certain seeds, the same ones many older adults eat every single day, can increase inflammation, damage blood vessels, and even accelerate the aging process. And what makes this especially dangerous is that there's usually no pain at first, no sudden alarm, just gradual stiffness, lingering fatigue, and that unsettling feeling that your body isn't cooperating the way it used to. One study published in a journal of gerontology found that just one common seed caused inflammation levels in older adults to rise by 67% in only 3 weeks. Yet it's still widely promoted as a heart-healthy choice. That alone should make anyone over 60 pause. I'm Dr. Emily Carter, and after years of working with older adults, I've seen this pattern again and again. People who eat carefully, avoid sugar, and choose natural foods, yet still struggle with joint pain, low energy, poor sleep, or slow physical decline. Very often the problem isn't what they're missing. It's what they're unknowingly eating every day. Here's the good news. You don't need to avoid seeds altogether. You simply need to know which ones to stop and which ones to eat daily to protect your joints, calm inflammation, and help you stay strong, mobile, and independent. In this video, I'll reveal 4 dangerous seeds you should never touch after 60 and 4 powerful seeds you should be eating every day to support your body as it ages. Before we continue, tell me in the comments which seeds you eat most often. Just one word is enough. And if you care about protecting your health after 60, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future guidance that can make a real difference in how you feel every day. It often starts with the best intentions. You reach for a food you've been told is healthy for years, natural, plant-based, full of nutrients, and you assume it's helping your body. But after 60, some of the most familiar healthy choices can quietly turn into a problem. And one of the most overlooked examples is sunflower seeds. For decades, sunflower seeds have been praised as a smart addition to the diet. They're known for their vitamin E, easy to find, and commonly recommended for heart health. Many older adults sprinkle them on salads, add them to yogurt, or snack on them daily, believing they're supporting their joints and circulation. What most people don't realize is that after 60, sunflower seeds can quietly drive inflammation inside the body. The issue isn't calories, fiber, or even moderation. It's their fatty acid balance. Sunflower seeds are extremely high in omega-6 fats. While omega-6 is essential in small amounts, it must be balanced with omega-3. As we age, our ability to regulate this balance weakens. When omega-6 intake rises too high, it can push the body into a state of chronic low-grade inflammation. And inflammation at this stage of life is not just about joint discomfort. In older adults, it's closely linked to stiff and aging blood vessels, worsening arthritis, muscle loss, fatigue, and increased risk of heart disease. When sunflower seeds are eaten frequently, they can raise the omega-6 to omega-3 ratio far beyond what aging joints and arteries can safely handle. What makes this especially concerning is how silent the damage can be. There's no immediate pain, no sudden reaction. Instead, people notice small changes. Joints that feel stiff longer in the morning, walking that takes more effort, muscles that recover slowly, or blood tests showing rising inflammation or cholesterol levels. Sunflower seeds are also easy to overconsume because they're hidden in many processed foods. Trail mixes, granola bars, cereals, and heart-healthy snacks often contain them, meaning many seniors are exposed multiple times a day without realizing it. For adults over 60, this constant inflammatory load can quietly undermine mobility, heart health, and overall energy. That's why sunflower seeds are no longer a wise daily choice at this stage of life. Replacing them with seeds that support balance rather than inflammation can make a noticeable difference in how the body feels and functions. Next, we'll uncover another seed-based ingredient that hides in plain sight on food labels and why it may pose an even greater risk to your heart and muscles than you ever expected. If sunflower seeds create damage through inflammation, the next seed does its harm in a far quieter and more deceptive way. It's not something you pour into a bowl or sprinkle on top of your meals. In fact, most people never realize they're eating it at all. And that's exactly why cottonseed, more specifically cottonseed oil, can be especially dangerous for adults over 60. Unlike other seeds, cottonseed doesn't show up as a visible ingredient on your plate. Instead, it hides inside processed and packaged foods that are often marketed as wholesome or heart-healthy. Crackers, granola bars, boxed cereals, salad dressings, and even reduced-fat products frequently rely on cottonseed oil because it's cheap, shelf-stable, and easy for manufacturers to use. Unfortunately, what's convenient for food companies can quietly undermine an aging body. The core problem is a naturally occurring compound called gossypol. Cotton plants produce gossypol as a natural insect repellent. While processing removes much of it, residual amounts can remain, and for older adults, even small exposure over time can matter. Research has shown that gossypol can interfere with heart, electrical signaling, disrupt potassium and calcium balance, and impair mitochondria, the structures your cells depend on for energy. After 60, the heart and muscles become far more sensitive to these disruptions. Minor electrolyte shifts that a younger body could compensate for may lead to irregular heart rhythms, muscle cramps, sudden weakness, or unexplained fatigue. In seniors, many people experience these symptoms and assume they're simply part of aging, never suspecting their daily food choices. Cottonseed oil also raises concern because of its high level of processing and tendency to oxidize. Oxidized fats place extra stress on blood vessels, promoting stiffness and reducing circulation over time. Unlike healthier fats such as olive oil or avocado oil, cottonseed oil offers no protective antioxidants to offset this damage. What makes this seed-based oil particularly risky is how frequently it appears across multiple foods in a single day. A snack bar in the morning, crackers at lunch, dressing at dinner. The cumulative effect can quietly strain the heart and muscles without drawing attention. For adults over 60, the solution begins with awareness. Reading ingredient labels matters more than ever. If cottonseed oil appears on the list, especially near the top, it's a signal to choose a better option. Replacing these products with whole foods and healthier fats can often lead to noticeable improvements in energy, muscle comfort, and heart rhythm within weeks. Next, we'll examine another seed that looks harmless and is often praised as nutritious, yet may quietly block mineral absorption and contribute to bone and joint problems many seniors never connect to their diet. After hidden oils and inflammatory fats, the next seed creates problems in a much more subtle way. It doesn't inflame the body overnight or trigger obvious symptoms. Instead, it slowly steals nutrients your aging body desperately needs. And that seed is sesame. Sesame seeds are often viewed as harmless, even beneficial. You see them on burger buns, blended into tahini, mixed into hummus, sprinkled over stir-fries, and baked into so-called super seed crackers. Because they're plant-based and natural, many adults over 60 assume sesame is a safe, everyday choice. But for aging bodies, sesame comes with hidden risks that are rarely discussed. The first concern is phytates. Sesame seeds are high in these naturally occurring compounds that bind to essential minerals like calcium, magnesium, and zinc in the digestive tract. When Minerals are bound this way, your body can't absorb them properly. For younger adults with strong digestion, this may not cause noticeable issues. But after 60, when stomach acid and absorption efficiency naturally decline, phytates can quietly push the body toward deficiency. This matters because calcium and magnesium are critical for bone strength, muscle contraction, nerve signaling, and heart rhythm. Reduced absorption over time can contribute to bone thinning, muscle weakness, cramps, and increased fracture risk, even when someone believes they're eating a healthy diet. Another growing concern is sesame sensitivity and allergy, which has increased sharply in older adults. Unlike classic allergic reactions, responses in seniors are often subtle. Instead of hives or swelling, symptoms may show up as chronic bloating, fatigue, nasal congestion, skin irritation, or unexplained joint stiffness. Because these symptoms overlap with normal aging, sesame is rarely suspected as the trigger.
Sesame
Oil and tahini make this issue worse. Tahini is essentially concentrated ground sesame, meaning the phytate load is much higher than a light sprinkle of seeds. Regular consumption, especially in hummus or dressings, can steadily block mineral absorption while triggering low-grade immune reactions. What makes sesame particularly misleading is its reputation. It's often marketed as heart-healthy and anti-inflammatory. Yet, for many adults over 60, it can quietly undermine bone density, joint comfort, and digestive health without a clear warning sign. For seniors, sesame doesn't need to be eliminated entirely, but it should no longer be a daily staple. Reducing frequency and choosing fats and spreads that don't interfere with mineral absorption can make a meaningful difference over time. Next, we'll talk about a seed that's often labeled a superfood praised for fiber and omega-3s, but when prepared the wrong way, can quickly become a serious digestive risk for adults over 60. After inflammatory seeds and nutrient-blocking seeds, the final one on this list is dangerous for a very different reason. It isn't harmful because of what it contains, but because of what it does inside the body when it's used the wrong way, and that seed is chia. Chia seeds have been praised for years as a superfood. They're rich in fiber, plant-based omega-3s, and antioxidants. Many people over 60 add them to smoothies, sprinkle them on cereal, or mix them into yogurt, believing they're supporting digestion and heart health. But for older adults, chia can quickly become a serious risk if it isn't prepared properly. The key issue is how chia behaves once it absorbs liquid. These tiny seeds can expand up to 10 to 12 times their original size. That's what makes them filling, but it's also what makes them dangerous. When chia is eaten dry or only lightly hydrated, it doesn't just swell in a glass or bowl. It can expand inside the throat, stomach, or intestines. After 60, digestion naturally slows. Swallowing reflexes weaken slightly. The esophagus may narrow, especially in people with acid reflux or long-term inflammation. In this environment, dry chia can increase the risk of choking, painful swallowing, severe constipation, or intestinal blockage. These aren't rare complications. They're increasingly reported in older adults who are simply trying to eat healthy. What makes chia especially risky is how often it's added without thought. A spoonful tossed into oatmeal, a scoop blended into a smoothie, mixed straight into cereal without soaking. Many seniors don't realize that chia needs time to fully hydrate before it's safe to eat. Digestive distress caused by chia often comes on quickly. Bloating, abdominal pressure, constipation, or discomfort that lasts for days. Because chia is labeled a superfood, people rarely suspect it as the cause and continue consuming it, worsening the problem. This doesn't mean chia is inherently bad. When prepared correctly, it can be beneficial. Proper soaking allows the seeds to fully expand outside the body, making them gentler on digestion and safer to consume. But for adults over 60, eating chia dry or poorly hydrated is a risk that simply isn't worth taking. If you have reflux, slow digestion, a history of swallowing difficulty, or frequent constipation, chia should be used with extreme caution or avoided altogether. Now that you've seen the 4 seeds that can quietly harm your health after 60, it's time to shift focus. In the next section, we'll explore the seeds that truly support aging bodies, the ones that protect joints, calm inflammation, and help you stay strong, steady, and independent. After learning which seeds can quietly work against your body after 60, it's important to shift the focus to something far more empowering. The seeds that actually help your body heal, strengthen, and protect itself as you age. And the first one on this list is often overlooked, misunderstood, and underestimated: black sesame seeds. Black sesame is not the same as the pale sesame seeds you see on burger buns or in most store-bought tahini. The difference matters. Black sesame seeds keep their natural outer shell intact, which is where many of their most powerful compounds are stored. This outer layer contains antioxidants and lignans that play a critical role in protecting aging cells from oxidative stress, the kind of internal damage that accelerates memory decline, blood vessel stiffness, and joint degeneration. One of the most valuable benefits of black sesame for adults over 60 is its ability to support brain and vascular health at the same time. As we age, blood flow to the brain naturally decreases and oxidative damage increases. Black sesame helps counter both. Its lignans act like cellular shields, helping protect neurons and blood vessels from inflammation and free radical damage. This is especially important for seniors who notice brain fog, slower recall, or mental fatigue. These symptoms are often blamed on normal aging, but in many cases, they are tied to oxidative stress and reduced circulation, 2 areas where black sesame excels. Black sesame also supports bone and joint health, but without the mineral-blocking effect seen in white sesame. When prepared properly, soaked or ground, black sesame improves mineral availability instead of interfering with it. This makes it a much safer option for older adults concerned about bone density, muscle strength, and long-term mobility. Another advantage is how gentle black sesame is on digestion when used correctly. Unlike some seeds that irritate the gut or cause bloating, black sesame has traditionally been used in small, intentional amounts to nourish the body rather than overload it. That approach aligns perfectly with what aging digestion needs. The key is preparation. Black sesame should never be swallowed whole and dry. Grinding it or soaking it allows the body to absorb its nutrients efficiently and safely. Just 1 to 2 teaspoons a day is enough to deliver benefits without stressing the digestive system. For adults over 60, black sesame is not about trends or superfood hype. It's about supporting memory, circulation, and resilience at a cellular level. When used consistently and correctly, it becomes a quiet but powerful ally in staying sharp, steady, and independent. Next, we'll look at another seed that's small in size, but remarkably effective at calming inflammation, supporting digestion, and protecting the heart as the body ages. After supporting the brain and circulation, the next seed on our list focuses on something nearly every adult over 60 struggles with in some form: inflammation, digestion, and heart health. This seed is small, simple, and easy to find, yet its benefits are powerful when used correctly. That seed is flaxseed. Flax seeds may look unremarkable, but they are one of the richest plant-based sources of omega-3 fatty acids, specifically a type called alpha-linolenic acid, or ALI. For aging bodies, omega-3s play a critical role in calming chronic inflammation, protecting blood vessels, and supporting joint comfort. Unlike seeds high in omega-6, flax works in the opposite direction, helping restore balance instead of tipping the body toward inflammation. One of the most important benefits of flaxseed for adults over 60 is its impact on cardiovascular health. As arteries age, they tend to stiffen and lose elasticity, making it harder for blood to flow smoothly. Omega-3 ES from flax help reduce inflammatory signals that contribute to this stiffening, which can support healthier blood pressure and circulation over time. Flax seed is also rich in lignans, plant compounds that act as powerful antioxidants. These lignans help protect cells from oxidative stress and gently support hormonal balance, an often overlooked factor in aging energy levels, bone strength, and metabolic health. For older adults, this combination of omega-3s and lignans makes flax seed uniquely effective. Digestive health is another area where flax truly shines. Many seniors struggle with sluggish digestion or constipation. Even when they eat fiber-rich foods, flaxseed provides a type of soluble fiber that absorbs water and forms a gentle gel in the digestive tract. This helps soften stools, support regular bowel movements, and reduce strain without irritating the gut. There's one crucial rule, however. Flax seed must be ground. Whole flax seeds often pass through the digestive system largely intact, meaning their nutrients are never absorbed. Grinding the seeds unlocks their omega-3s and lignans, making them available to the body. Just 1 to 2 teaspoons of ground flax seed per day is enough to provide benefits. Flax seed is easy to incorporate into daily meals. It can be stirred into oatmeal, yogurt, or smoothies, or sprinkled over soft foods. It should not be cooked at high temperatures as heat can damage its delicate fats. For adults over 60, flax seed offers something rare: powerful anti-inflammatory support that's gentle, affordable, and easy to use. When added consistently, many people notice improved digestion, steadier energy, and better cardiovascular comfort. Next, we'll explore a seed that plays a crucial role in muscle function, sleep quality, and immune strength, areas that become increasingly important as we age. After supporting the brain, heart, and digestion, the third beneficial seed focuses on something many adults over 60 quietly struggle with: muscle strength, sleep quality, and immune resilience. This seed is simple, familiar, and often underestimated. Yet its impact on aging bodies can be profound. That seed is pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds are one of the most concentrated natural sources of magnesium and zinc, two minerals that become increasingly difficult to absorb as we age. After 60, lower stomach acid and changes in digestion often reduce mineral uptake, even when the diet appears adequate. The result is something many seniors recognize all too well: muscle tightness, leg cramps at night, poor sleep, slow wound healing, and a weaker immune response. Magnesium plays a critical role in muscle contraction and relaxation, nerve signaling, and sleep regulation. When magnesium levels run low, muscles may twitch, calves may cramp, and sleep becomes light or fragmented. Pumpkin seeds provide magnesium in a highly usable form, helping muscles relax properly and allowing the nervous system to settle at night. This is why many older adults notice fewer nighttime cramps and more restful sleep when pumpkin seeds are added consistently. Zinc is equally important, especially for immune function and tissue repair. As we age, zinc deficiency becomes more common and more impactful. Cuts take longer to heal, colds linger, and muscles recover more slowly after activity. Pumpkin seeds help replenish zinc stores naturally, supporting immune defenses and maintaining muscle integrity without relying on supplements that may irritate the stomach. Another often overlooked benefit of pumpkin seeds is their support for muscle preservation. Magnesium and zinc are both involved in protein synthesis and muscle signaling. When these minerals are adequate, muscles respond better to daily movement, walking, and light strength activity, all essential for maintaining independence after 60. Pumpkin seeds are also relatively gentle on digestion when eaten properly. Lightly roasted, unsalted seeds that are chewed well are easier for aging digestive systems to handle than many other crunchy snacks. A small handful a day is enough to deliver benefits without overloading calories or fat. For best results, pumpkin seeds should be eaten plain or lightly roasted, not sugar-coated or heavily salted. Highly processed versions can cancel out many of their benefits. For adults over 60, pumpkin seeds are more than a snack. They're a practical daily tool for stronger muscles, calmer nerves, better sleep, and a more resilient immune system. Small, simple habits like this often make the biggest difference over time. Next, we'll explore the final seed on our list, one that stands out for its balance, easy digestion, and unique ability to calm inflammation while supporting strength and mental clarity as the body ages. After supporting the brain, digestion, muscles, and sleep, the final seed on our list brings everything together: inflammation control, joint comfort, strength, and mental clarity. It's one of the easiest seeds to use, one of the gentlest on aging digestion, and one of the most overlooked. That seed is hemp seeds. Hemp seeds come from the hemp plant, but they contain no THC and no psychoactive effects. What they do contain is something aging bodies desperately need: a naturally balanced ratio of omega-3 to omega-6 fats. Unlike many seeds that overwhelm the body with omega-6 and fuel inflammation, hemp seeds help restore balance, which is critical after 60, when the body's ability to regulate inflammation declines. This balance matters because chronic low-grade inflammation sits at the root of many age-related problems: joint stiffness, muscle soreness, brain fog, fatigue, and cardiovascular strain. Hemp seeds help calm these inflammatory signals instead of feeding them, making them especially valuable for older adults dealing with arthritis, achy joints, or slow recovery after activity. Hemp seeds also stand out for their content of gamma-linolenic acid, GLA, a rare anti-inflammatory fat that supports joint comfort, hormone balance, and metabolic health. GLA has been shown to help reduce joint tenderness and stiffness, which is why many seniors notice smoother movement and less morning discomfort when hemp seeds are used consistently. Another major advantage of hemp seeds is their high-quality, easily digestible protein. Muscle loss accelerates after 60, and many older adults struggle to digest heavy protein sources. Hemp protein is gentle on the stomach and provides essential amino acids that help support muscle maintenance and strength without bloating or discomfort. Digestion is where hemp seeds truly shine. Unlike flax or chia, hemp seeds do not require soaking or grinding. They're naturally soft, mild in flavor, and easy to chew, making them ideal for seniors with sensitive digestion or dental issues. This ease of use means consistency, and consistency is what delivers results. Hemp seeds also support brain health and mental clarity. Healthy fats nourish nerve cells and support steady energy, helping reduce the mental fatigue and fog that many people assume is just part of aging. For daily use, just 2 to 3 tablespoons sprinkled over yogurt, blended into a smoothie, or stirred into soup is enough. There's no need to cook them, and they won't overpower the taste of your food. For adults over 60, hemp seeds offer something rare, powerful benefits without strain. They support joints, muscles, brain, and energy, all while being one of the easiest seeds to include in daily life. And with that, you now know the 4 seeds that truly support aging bodies and how choosing the right ones can make a real difference in how strong, clear, and independent you feel every day. Before we close, let's take a moment to bring everything together clearly and calmly. Because when it comes to nutrition after 60, clarity is far more important than complexity. What we've covered in this video isn't about fear, restriction, or perfection. It's about understanding how your body changes with age and how certain foods that once seemed harmless can begin to work very differently over time. We started by looking at the 4 seeds that can quietly harm your health after 60. Sunflower seeds, when eaten regularly, flood the body with omega-6 fats. In younger adults, this imbalance may be tolerated, but in older adults, it can drive chronic inflammation, leading to stiffer joints, slower recovery, rising cholesterol, and added strain on blood vessels. Cottonseed oil, often hidden in processed foods, presents a different risk. It's highly processed, prone to oxidation, and can interfere with heart rhythm, muscle function, and cellular energy. Because it hides in everyday snacks and dressings, many people consume it daily without realizing the cumulative impact. Sesame seeds, especially in the form of tahini, can block the absorption of critical minerals like calcium, magnesium, and zinc. Over time, this may weaken bones, contribute to muscle cramps, and worsen joint discomfort, particularly when digestion and mineral absorption are already declining with age. And chia seeds, while often labeled a superfood, can become a serious digestive hazard when eaten dry or improperly prepared. Their ability to absorb liquid makes them filling. But for older adults, it also increases the risk of choking, severe constipation, or intestinal blockage. Then we shifted to the 4 seeds that truly support the aging body. When used correctly, black sesame seeds stand out for their antioxidants and lignans, which help protect brain function, circulation, and cellular health. When soaked or ground, they nourish rather than deplete the body. Flax seed provides plant-based omega-3s and gentle fiber that calm inflammation, support heart health, and improve digestion, but only when ground, not eaten whole. Pumpkin seeds offer magnesium and zinc, minerals essential for muscle strength, sleep quality, immune function, and recovery. For many older adults, they help reduce leg cramps, improve sleep, and restore resilience. Hemp seeds bring balance to the entire system. Their ideal fat ratio, anti-inflammatory compounds, and easy digestibility support joints, muscles, mental clarity, and steady energy without stressing the digestive system. The deeper message here is this: aging does not mean your body needs less care. It needs more precise care. Small, thoughtful food choices repeated daily can either slowly drain your strength or gently rebuild it. You don't need to change everything at once. Start by removing one seed that fuels inflammation and adding one that supports balance. Over time, those small changes can lead to less pain, better movement, improved sleep, and greater confidence in your body. After 60, staying strong isn't about doing more. It's about choosing better every day. As we come to the end of this video, I want to slow things down for a moment and speak to you not just as a doctor, but as someone who truly understands what it means to age with concerns, questions, and hopes for the years ahead. So many people over 60 are told, directly or indirectly, that stiffness, fatigue, poor sleep, weaker muscles, or foggy thinking are simply the price of getting older. That once you pass a certain age, decline is inevitable. But what I hope this video has shown you is something far more hopeful and far more empowering. Your body is still responsive, still adaptable, and still capable of feeling better than it does today. What often holds people back isn't a lack of effort. It's hidden stressors, small daily choices that quietly work against the body, foods that seem harmless, habits that were once helpful but no longer serve you. Seeds are a perfect example. Chosen poorly, they can fuel inflammation and drain energy. Chosen wisely, they can support your joints, calm your nervous system, strengthen muscles, and protect your heart and brain. You don't need extreme diets. You don't need to overhaul your entire life. And you certainly don't need to chase trends or expensive supplements. Real change often begins with one small, thoughtful adjustment. One ingredient you remove, one food you add, one habit you repeat consistently. I encourage you today to take a gentle, practical step. Open your pantry. Look at what you use most often. Ask yourself, is this helping my body feel calmer, stronger, and more supported, or is it quietly making things harder? Awareness alone can be incredibly powerful. If this video gave you clarity, reassurance, or a new perspective, please like this video so more people over 60 can find it. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications because we share new science-based guidance every week, always focused on helping you stay mobile, independent, and confident in your body as you age. And before you go, I'd really love to hear from you. Which seed are you going to change first? One you'll remove or one you'll add? Leave a comment below. I read every message, and your experience may help someone else who's quietly struggling and looking for answers. Thank you for spending this time with me, and thank you for taking your health seriously at every stage of life. I'm Dr. Emily Carter, and I'll see you in the next